The Megalodon. What do you know about it?
The Megalodon?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Everything. Speaking of Nashville bachelorette parties.
The Megalodon.
The Megalodon. I know the movie The Meg came out this summer and it was pretty good.
Big Shark.
Big Shark.
Big Shark.
Prehistoric?
No one's ever seen one.
Or
Doesn't exist anymore.
Maybe not.
or
Fifth.
current historic?
What?
Current historic shark.
Maybe, right?
You think it exists?
According to NASA?
Is that what you're saying? What?
What do you think?
According to NASA? I thought they were supposed to be looking up.
Listen, here's a story.
Okay.
And this one I really tried to do research, and I couldn't find anything.
They're trying to bury it.
Maybe.
Drowned it.
Listen to this. Okay.
That was good.
Very good.
Okay. Sorry.
Dive in, dude.
NASA
take
and
a
the
plunge.
Megalodon.
Okay.
The 1970s, NASA started a underwater research and testing site off the coast of Maryland. NASA.
Intestines. Got it.
What did you say?
You said a word that sounded like intestines. That made me think.
What? I said testing.
I know, but it sounded like in testing. That's what it sounded like to me.
You just cut off the flow.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Intestines.
I waited a pause. There was a pause.
All right, we need another hook. Let's
No, we got it. Stop.
In the 1970s, NASA started a underwater research and testing site.
I hear it now.
Right? Intestines site.
And
Yeah, I know. I'm saying.
testing
Listen, I understand.
off the coast of Maryland called Zone F.
Ooh.
Right?
Stands for.
Don't know. But why is NASA dealing with the ocean?
That's what I'm saying.
But
They're supposed to be looking up,
they said
but they caught.
my mustache just caught the mic hair.
You got to do a little.
Mustache caught the mic.
We caught them lacking.
mic hair.
They're looking down.
While we're talking about the mic, make sure you're talking into it when you're looking toward him.
Yeah. So Zone F, and it was to study the existence of rare animals.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does NASA stand for? First of all, National American Space Association.
Jamie.
Is that right? Jamie, can you look that up? Jamie,
Clarissa.
Clarissa. I mean, sorry. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so fast. You are Jamie.
That was really
Say
good.
what she said though.
I
National-
couldn't. I literally couldn't.
National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
I was way off, but I felt like I was good.
Okay, so it was like a month or so ago. This guy named George Meyer, right? Who's a biologist, marine biologist out of Texas. He went to Maryland to do some studying and stuff. He was out fishing for all this whatever. And a storm came.
Okay.
And it lasted for 2 hours, and he got blown like pretty far out. When the storm passed, he was ready to go, and he looked off the boat, and there's a giant cage underneath him.
Like how giant?
How giant?
Listen,
Okay.
being a marine biologist, he brought his scuba stuff with him.
No way.
Put it on, went underwater, and he looked at this cage, and from what he saw, it went a mile this way and a mile that way. And it went so far down to where he couldn't see the bottom. And on the cage, it said, quote, Zone F property of NASA, stay out.
A whole cage. You didn't see anything inside of it.
No.
Because you planted the Megalodon in my head, so I'm thinking saw it.
He saw that and he said, oh, I don't want to mess with this.
Yeah.
Started swimming up. Then he heard a loud metal banging.
Dude.
And he was up. He looked back down. And what he saw, he said, was a shark 60 to 70 feet in length.
Oh, no.
It freaked him out so much, he swam back to the boat, took off.
Yeah.
For sure.
As a normal person would.
He came back 2 weeks later, and the cage was gone.
The mile-long cage was gone.
Was gone.
That's what I'm trying to wrap my head around. Like, how, line of sight underwater isn't a mile, so I'm trying to figure out how he did that math.
But he's a marine biologist.
He's a
He knows.
scientist, Andrew.
It's not that like he
Don't
knows.
question.
He knows how to
marine
go with a
biologist.
mile.
Why are you even questioning him?
He's a marine biologist. He knows distances underwater. He can figure it out.
How dare you?
That's so.
That was a stupid question. No, I get what you're saying though.
No,
Because it's like
no, he's a marine. He's a professional in his field.
here's why I ask. Because if he actually swam the distance and then saw the shark, can you imagine the panic while swimming the mile back to the boat?
No, he went straight down. He did the left and right.
I tried to give you an out.
No, but what if he like swam back up and drove his boat and was still looking down and saw the cage? And he's like, oh, it's been a mile.
There you go.
It doesn't matter if
he
it was a mile or a
collected the
half a
thoughts.
mile.
Yeah, we gotta talk about the shark.
It's a cage in the middle of the ocean.
Okay, wait, I think I missed this.
Owned
Josh.
by NASA with a shark in it. That's massive. That's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how big the cage is.
When was this? Like the stuff happened in the 70s. When was this?
This was April 17th,
This year?
2023.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
This is
I
what it's
hope this is real. I hope this is
the worst
real.
thing is, it gets crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was researching this.
Okay.
And I'm like, I came across this other dude. His name is Richard Gomez, who is a local fisherman in Maryland. And they were doing this experiment with NASA called like they called it like the Big Fish Project or something like that.
Jonah.
And so
boy.
the NASA, they had their boats and they just started going out. And he's like, I'm going to follow them because like this is weird. And so he followed them for 3 days and like like at a distance. And then one day they stopped.
Yeah.
And then he like got a little closer and then he realized they're not research boats, they're whaling boats. And they had giant harpoon stuff like
man.
things on them. And they launched it. He said he saw a giant fin and they launched it. And he said he saw a giant shark that looked like it was like 60 to 70 feet long.
Dude.
They dragged it for 3 miles. And then that was it. And he said he got footage of it and he approached NASA about it, being like, what was this? And they're like, that was nothing. And he says, if you don't tell me what it is, on September 15th, I will release the footage.
What are you talking about? That's 3-4 days from now?
Yeah, so today is
Oh man.
It's the 12th.
the 12th
Yeah.
when we're filming this.
Oh my goodness.
So when the 15th come around,
Okay.
and it's
That
like-
seems weird though, right? To
Yeah.
give a date and like make it weird, like in the future, it's like all those like post-apocalyptic people, like, oh, the end times is gonna be coming
I'm
on
telling
this
you,
date.
I did a lot of research and I could not find anything. So this is like just a bunch of people.
It's trying to be buried.
maybe,
Wow.
or
I
maybe it was
believe
one
it.
person that made it up.
I believe that's such a weird theory. I believe it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Can we?
Danny, your thoughts. Go.
Oh well, questions mostly questions because this is wild. Okay, number one, why does NASA have stuff in the ocean?
That's what I'm saying.
Did you find anything? Did it say anything about like why NASA's doing this type of research?
No.
Because National
Golly,
Aeronamics, or what is it? What is it?
Aerodynamics.
What is it?
Jamie, what was it? Clarissa?
Aerospace, I think.
Aerospace. So that has nothing to do.
It-
Is there a precedent with the ocean, like NASA messing with the ocean though? Before that, like the 70s.
Was it?
Aeronautics.
Nothing
What did
to
I
do-
say? Before.
Aerodynamics?
I was closer than you guys. You guys said aerospace.
Aerodynamics.
Oh, no.
I knew there was an N in there somewhere.
Dude, I don't understand why NASA is doing stuff in the ocean.
I mean, I get it if they're, they literally are located in Texas and Florida. They're surrounded by the
I
ocean.
know, but they're aeronautics.
yeah,
That's
but
aero.
I'm sure there's
Space.
aero. We'll have to look this up, but I'm pretty sure that means air.
Aeronautics. I mean,
It's
I
in
think
the
that
name.
means sky.
I'm
not
sure there's
water.
gonna be a ton of people in the comments that are like, "Oh, that's is why it's really easy to understand." But that sounds like really wild to me.
It does.
True, but our commenters also don't sound like that. Okay, so don't.
Yeah. So how
Sorry,
dare you.
everybody. Sorry.
No, but there's got to be precedent of like them messing with the ocean before this time. This whatever
Yeah.
they did. So I'm sure it's normal. But a cage in the
Yeah.
middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
A mile long.
Listen, like
It said Zone F.
Yeah.
Property of NASA. Stay out.
I saw there was some comedian on Rogan that said like, I can't believe people believe that like, this person's an idiot because they believe that humans existed at the same time as dinosaurs. We live in a land. There are dinosaurs on this earth because of their prehistoric animals, like gators, right?
Yeah.
Birds are classified as dinosaurs.
Birds.
So it's like
Chicken.
we
The
chicken.
The chicken's basically a velociraptor.
Absolutely, it's the next step.
It's the next
It's one step away from a velociraptor. But like that, there's no reason why a megalodon could not exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
a giraffe exists, a platypus
Okay,
exists.
well, I didn't write this down in the notes, but they had there are like NASA images from like one of their satellites. There was an oil spill. It was like a couple months ago off of Brazil. And they were observing the oil spill, but there was an anomaly when they zoomed in. It was a giant shark.
Oh man!
And so I'm like wondering,
Dude. I mean, like that
if
would yeah, go ahead.
if it got out,
Yeah,
like they caught it, they contained it.
yeah. There's got to
It's
be
obviously like endangered.
there's probably like a handful in the world.
Yeah,
And they're
got
trying
one.
to like mutate it. That's the crazy. That's what I do love about the whole experimental like stuff that go on with like animal genes and stuff. Like they're getting like endangered species are coming back. That's awesome. That's dope. That's great. But if a megalodon exists, put it in an aquarium.
Or maybe
You'll make some money, right?
Yeah.
Have
You think they're gonna kill it? What is that?
I can kill it.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
It's scary.
70-foot shark?
They're like bigger than like a pirate ship, bro, and they eat whales.
But I'm sure they can control it somehow. They got a cage.
No.
They got a cage.
Now, have you seen the stuff with great whites though? When they're trying to track them, they dive so deep that they'll fall off of like signal, and so a lot of
they know.
the bigger sharks
feel it.
stay really, really deep in really cold water. So you think a bigger shark would be deeper than we can track?
Yeah.
Love
yeah.
that.